In this video, we're going to look at both positioning graphics on a page as well as utilizing the text wrapping feature to determine how text is wrapped or shaped around a picture. Now, for this demonstration, I'm going to simply put my cursor in the second paragraph of my document, come into Insert, go to Online Pictures, and I want to utilize a basic clip art. So I'm going to type clip art in here, and I'm going to utilize this heart shape. Now, you can do this same thing. You should be able to follow the exact instructions and get this exact picture so that you can practice along with me. Now, if you've noticed, I've resized the picture just so we have it fit on the screen. And I'm going to go ahead and decrease my magnification for the entire page so we can see what happens when we utilize position. So with the graphic clicked or active, I get this Format tab, Picture Tools Format, and we're going to look at Position. Position will simply position, notice in line with text, is going to position the graphic where my cursor was when I inserted, and my cursor, as we know, was in paragraph 2. If you notice, I can then position it on the page. Now you won't see this one, it's behind what we're working with. But let me bring it down to position it in the middle of the page and then at the bottom of the page. So these are the 9 main positions that we can picture or position the graphic in reference to the page. Now, most of the time, I'll make this bigger, we want to go ahead and put this and wrap text around the picture. Now, I use this picture for a specific purpose. Watch what happens currently. If I square this, the text is going to go square with the image. I can then do tight. If you notice, it just tightens in. If I do through, you don't see a change, and we'll see why this is in a second. We can do behind text. We need to keep track of and think about the contrast between the picture and the text, making sure it's easy to read. We can put it in front of the text, not very useful in this point, and we can edit the wrap points. Now, if you notice here, see how the wrap points are in the corners? That's because the background is actually part of the image. Now, we're going to change that here in just a minute. We can move with text. We can position on the page as we saw. What I'm going to actually do is go in here, and I'm going to remove the background of the image. So if you notice, the purple is part of the picture. So I'm going to make this big. And the purple is going to be removed when I say keep changes. Now, by doing this, you'll note that the text starts to wrap closer to the image. So here is tight. It's going to stay within the general boundaries. General boundaries. Tight, it starts wrapping, and through. Now, most people don't see a difference between tight and through, and you won't see that here. But if we had a picture where there was some space between two graphic images, we could go in and edit those wrap points to include space and have text inside there. Now, not necessarily something you do on a regular basis, but definitely something to know. So when we started out, this entire graphic, including the background, was part of the image. Thus, we couldn't do something like wrap the text tightly around the image. Now, you'll notice as I move the text or move the graphic, the text wraps around the graphic. So this may become a little bit more difficult to read, but it certainly adds some style, especially in things like flyers or brochures. So that is working with graphics and positioning and wrapping text. Take care.